So forgive me, my mic stand broke. I am using a book to hold up my microphone right now. We've officially received enough negative comments to make our first hate comment response video. So why don't we take a look at some comments from YouTube and Facebook and give them a proper response, shall we? Also, because I'm not looking to start any flame wars, the names of the people who commented have been omitted. So let's get to it. The sequels are hot garbage. How does it feel knowing you like films that killed the franchise? Well, first off, if the franchise were dead, The Mandalorian wouldn't have been such a big hit, or The Bad Batch, and we wouldn't have so much hype around the Kenobi series or the tons of other series that will be coming out. Dead implies it's done, that there is no recovering, irreparably destroyed, no chance of anyone getting joy from it again. So instead of saying killed the franchise, a better expression might be divided the fan base. Also, your opinion matters about as much as mine in the grand scheme of things. So I've got a question for you. How does it feel to be so obsessed with films you claim to hate that you decide to take time out of your life to comment on another person's opinion just to tell them how superior you are? You're not. You're no better than any other fan. And your comment was hot garbage. I don't hate The Last Jedi, but Rose was completely unnecessary and was only in the film to appeal to the Chinese market. Well, first off, Kelly Marie Tran is Vietnamese, so that makes about as much sense as saying that Dwayne Johnson was put in the Fast and Furious movies to appeal to the Native American demographic. Also, Rose, while not the most interesting character, was certainly not useless. Finn wanted to abandon the Resistance and save himself, and Rose was the one who showed him that he was being selfish by doing so, and she saved him from making a useless sacrifice that wouldn't have made any difference in the outcome. I like The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, but The Rise of Skywalker was terrible and completely undid all the major elements of The Last Jedi, making The Last Jedi seem pointless. So I agree that The Rise of Skywalker undid some plot points from The Last Jedi, but it didn't undo all of them. For example, people say that Luke saying a Jedi's weapon deserves more respect and saying that he was wrong for exiling himself was a retcon from The Last Jedi. No, that was character development. Luke learns in The Last Jedi that exiling himself was not the answer, and he takes up his father's lightsaber once again at the end of the film, so this isn't a retcon of The Last Jedi. People say that Finn having Force sensitivity was a retcon, but we see in The Force Awakens a scene where Finn clearly hears the cries of the Hosnian system through the Force before it's destroyed, so this was established previously. There are some things that were retconned, like Rey's parents, but not every element in The Last Jedi was retconned, and the film is by no means pointless. You think Luke on Crate was good? Wow, okay, sure. Have your hero show up, do no fighting, have no lightsaber duel, and to top it off, he's not even there in person, and then he just dies. Yeah, okay, bud. Tell us how that's better than Luke tearing down ships from orbit with the Force, or taking on armies with his skills in lightsaber combat and mastery of the Force.
I genuinely think Disney is paying you off, bro.
So, we can already tell what type of fan this is here. This person would rather have flash over substance, instead of a restrained yet powerful final confrontation in a pure display of Force mastery and Jedi pacifism. This guy wants instead pew pew vroom vroom Jedi superpowers. I genuinely believe if this person wrote the sequels, Luke would have been this unstoppable god of a Jedi wielding two lightsabers and throwing Star Destroyers like pebbles, despite this directly going against what a Jedi is supposed to be. This person wants the Force unleashed. What he needs is to realize that less is often more, especially when it comes to storytelling. I've been vocal in saying that I think the expanded universe Grandmaster Luke was far too overpowered and missed the point of why we connected to Luke as a character. His strength comes from not his physical abilities and combat skills, but his resolve to do the right thing and his love for his friends and family, which is why I found Luke in The Last Jedi so compelling. What happens to someone as optimistic as Luke when his world and ideology crashes and burns because of a terrible mistake he made? I love it. What I don't love is spectacle and flash just to bolster Luke's stats like some video game character. So to this person I say, spend a little less time focusing on flash and spectacle and try to understand the concept of subtlety and restraint. Also, if Disney was paying me off, I wouldn't be up to my neck in student loan debt. Seriously, this is one of the laziest accusations I get. Now, on to some Facebook comments. How do you not like Rogue One? It was awesome, and the third act was the best Star Wars content in years. I never said I didn't like Rogue One, but I don't love it either. I love the third act, but the characters feel very shallow and underwhelming to me, especially Jyn and Krennic. If it weren't for an amazing third act, it would be down there with Attack of the Clones for me.
Disney shill.
Ouch. Ow. Oh. My pride. Oh.
It hurts. Please, have mercy.
Rey should not have beat Kylo Ren, plain and simple. Kylo had years of training, Rey never picked up a lightsaber, and somehow managed to defeat the grandson of Darth freaking Vader. It's just more feminist pandering, to suit Kathleen Kennedy's agenda. The film was a failure, maybe not financially, but
People are now seeing just how terrible it really is.
I am so sick of this argument. It's been explained and debunked so many times. Rey didn't beat Kylo at his full power. Kylo had just killed his dad, and his mentality and spirit were completely shattered. Add to that, he had a f***ing hole in his ribs, and it's no wonder why he lost this fight. You cannot properly fight if you have a bleeding bullet wound in your chest. The fact that Kylo was able to fight at all was a miracle. It wouldn't take a master swordsman to kick his butt in this state. Kylo was not this trained master that everyone seems to build him up to be. If you were to compare Kylo Ren's skill levels to the skills of a Padawan during the prequel era, Kylo's pretty much on the same level, okay? Kylo is not so immensely well trained that he would be a Jedi Master in the days of the Republic. He wouldn't be. Kylo learned from Luke. Luke had very little formal Jedi training. Pretty much everything that Luke learned was self-taught, and he had to pass that on to Kylo. So really, it's not a stretch at all that Rey beat Kylo, especially in this state. Now, fast forward to the rise of Skywalker, Kylo easily handles Rey and defeats her, bringing her to her knees. He was not hindered here. He was at full strength and soundly defeated her. As for the feminist pandering comment, I'm not even gonna try to argue. People like this don't want a conversation. They want to scream. Honestly, any Star Wars fan who unironically uses the term feminist pandering has lost all credibility in my eyes. Phasma was wasted. I agree.
While I respect that everyone is entitled to their opinion, I cannot in good faith consider anyone who supports Disney Star Wars fanfic as a true fan. There is no heart, no soul. It doesn't feel like Star Wars. None of it.
Oh, how high and mighty this guy wants to be. As though he's the arbiter of what makes Star Wars good or bad. Dude, I don't care about what you do or don't support. And from the sounds of it, you seem to think the new films don't feel like Star Wars. So, let me get this straight. This,
I don't like sand.
and this, and this
Now this is pod racing.
is all primo Star Wars content in your eyes because it has soul. But this, and this, and this? Oh, Star Wars is dead. That just seems like a completely different movie. No heart or soul went into that at all. Absolutely reprehensible that anyone can find joy in it. These, to me, are the absolute worst type of fan. People with such a high opinion of themselves that they can't seem to let anyone else find enjoyment in aspects of a franchise they don't like without belittling them and telling them that what they like doesn't matter. If you are this type of fan,
Stop it. Get some help.
and that'll do it for hate comments today, guys. I'm gonna go get a aspirin. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified when we post new content. We'll see you next time. May the Force be with you.